Let's dive into the published documents section here. So usually documents are stored into folders based on client preference. And once published, a workflow will automatically convert these documents to a PDF, as you can see here. For end users, it's straightforward. They can open these documents. Documents are built on the top of templates, document templates, SOP templates, work instruction templates developed by the clients, and includes usually document properties like identification, version, effectiveness date. So it's quite easy to browse and navigate in the system. By using the global search engine here, it works a little bit like Google. Users can quickly search for documents, and not only documents, but the document content. It's a full text index search here. Document content is searched as well. So that's a fast way for end users to quickly search and retrieve documents. Another way, we propose a more visual approach with a process map. This is an embedded PowerPoint or embedded Visio. We leverage existing tools used by organizations. And this is interactive here. You can, of course, replace by your own for end users to understand how your company works and drill down to view a process-related information, like a visual workflow here to explain about the process, but also important data like what is the purpose of the process, what is the related core process, or what is the related ISO regulation here, and all published documents are visible in the page. Not only documents, but also related audits, non-conformities, and other EQMS modules. So we have a process-centric approach. Drilling down the ISO regulation here, quite interesting view, because here you can focus on a specific regulation clause or chapter for end users to understand really how these regulations work, what has to be done to comply with these regulations. And this is also facilitating audits, because below here, I can view all related published documents with a specific regulation clause or chapter, facilitating audits basically. Let's switch to Microsoft Teams here. With Microsoft Teams, end users can start asking for a document by just asking a chatbot here and get instant answers about documents that they are looking for. Also, by using AI, they can search for similar or correlated documents. That would be an optional way to access documents. Now, I will change hats to be a document owner or document responsible or author. These persons have access to source documents. End users don't have access to source documents, only restricted personnel. We keep the same folder structure here, but in this case, we have all native documents in their native formats, like this codification of documents SOP. So authors can add documents in the system, they can modify documents in the system, they can also modify or edit document properties. In this case, because the document has been published, properties are frozen, but this is the place where authors can define a title, a process, whether the document should be converted to a PDF, regulations or revision frequency, but also all related approval workflow properties. Like we keep it flexible for authors to select among different type of approval workflows, and also usually pre-fill properties with the right authors and signers, approvers and reviewers. So we make it easy also to go through the document lifecycle. When signing the document here, we will use the multi-factor authentication from Microsoft. This is very secure. And then we will have this timestamp for the document that we will store. The signature protects the document from being changed. We also make it The same once the document has been published or has been approved for all collaborators that need to proofread these documents, that they have also to sign that they have read and understood these documents. Not only the signature page can also be merged so that it's visible together with the document. So we will have here an automated merge process in the workflow that will generate this kind of e-signature page. Also, all document changes like revision or document archiving will be tracked here in the system. In the version history, we have all granularity about versions that have been any change that has been done to the documents basically will be visible here. Minor and major versions. Major versions are those that will be effectively published, and we can also preview, view, or restore, or unpublish, or view previous versions of documents, which is also important in a medical system. So we have a complete audit trail. With BPA Pilot here, we provide help for document authors to propose content or a structure for the document to comply with ISO 13485 or any other regulation. So this can give also some input for authors to prepare documents and not starting from scratch. Behind the scene, when a workflow starts, we have all the workflow logic that will be executed with these pre-configured Power Automate workflows. And in this case, this is the workflow that will effectively publish documents once all signatures have been collected. So if the document is waiting to be published, all these actions will be automatically executed by the workflow, and this will drastically reduce manual work. For example, here a major version will be submitted, and if author has selected that the document should be converted to a PDF, then this condition is true and document will be converted to a PDF. So we have pre-built Power Automate workflows for the entire lifecycle management from a document request to archiving.